It was good, dog. Today we're going to be talking about Dr. Disrespect. You will never be able to guess what Dr. Disrespect is being accused of. And you guessed it. You got it 100% correct on your first try. It was for touching kids. Okay, maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration. He was messaging a minor on Twitch Whispers. Now, this is probably the hottest story on Twitter right now, apart from the presidential debate that happened a couple days ago. And so there's been some new information that has come out of the woodworks that I would like to talk and ponder upon today, and it involves the streamer Destiny. In this stream clip, Destiny is supposedly talking with an upstanding gentleman, supposedly a Twitch employee, who spills the beans on why Twitch did not ban Dr. Disrespect all the way back in 2017 when he was originally messaging that minor. Why was Dr. Disrespect banned in 2020 and not all the way back in 2017? I don't know. Well, let's watch this clip and find out.
I'm saying to put to bed those rumors, those thoughts, like why exactly did you decide not to go the anonymous route at all?
It didn't feel right.
Can I ask you a question on this thing? So let's say I give you firsthand information about Destiny, okay? And I show you stuff, but I don't let you make a copy. But you know now this is legit shit. So I show you a video of Destiny stomping on puppies, and it's like the most fucked up shit you've ever seen, but you know this is legit. Like, you can't deepfake what I just showed you. You're throwing up. It's so fucking unbelievably fucked. And he's sitting there saying, yeah, look, dogs, doesn't matter. I eat them for meat. Why would I care about them here? Like, the whole thing, it's real. I've shown you this. I'm obviously a good friend of Destiny, the whole thing. But I'm like, listen, I can't give you a copy of this. He knows I'm the only one who has a copy. I don't even know why he sent it to me. Are you going to report on it?
No.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I need the copy of the tape.
If you know,
the hypothetical here isn't really even that hypothetical. This guy has gone and targeted a minor and said, yeah, I don't care that you're 16, 17, whatever the age was. Said, no, that's fine. I'm going to keep making sexual comments. He has this pattern set up. I don't understand. Is there no moral imperative here for you at all that you need to make sure that this guy doesn't continue to go on and victimize more people?
There is, but Twitch is doing their own investigation. The only person who should be, if they ever want to speak, is the victim.
I'm sorry, this is the most broken mindset in my opinion. Victims have a duty to report stuff like this. People have a duty to actually make sure that this doesn't happen in the future.
The goal should be to reduce future harm to minors. So if somebody reports something, then you should say like, oh shit, well, we need to do this even if they don't want to come forward. But then the issue might be that when somebody wants to report something in the future, they're like, fuck, like I'd report on this guy, but like I don't want any of my shit public. Like I'm just not going to report it. It's not worth the deal.
A reporter's duty is to the news.
If you advance knowledge of a crime, I believe you have to inform on the crime.
So there you go, cut and dry. They did not ban Dr. Disrespect in the moment because it was up to the victim to decide whether or not Twitch should do something. Very, very interesting. Just to put this into perspective, imagine if someone robs a bank and the police can't do anything until the people that are being robbed that work at the bank call the police and tell them, you need to come over here right now, we're being robbed, you need to get rid of these people, all that stuff. Why can't an innocent bystander from across the street look at the bank that's being robbed and call the police themselves? Why does it have to be the victims themselves that have to come forward and not only consent to the crime occurring, but also consent to investigators? Like, what is going on? Just get in there. A crime is occurring. You're not just going to stand there and let it happen. Apart from that, I have a couple of other Dr. Disrespect insights that some of you probably don't know. According to this Drama Alert tweet, a trans schmex worker has come out alleging Dr. Disrespect cheated on his wife with her in 2017. She alleges Doc promised her sponsorships for cam shows, but Doc blocked her instead. It is not clear if she fabricated the story or not at the moment. Her Twitter account was also randomly suspended, then unsuspended after posting. What do you think? And of course it attaches a video showing all the messages. I'm not really going to be talking about that, but that's kind of crazy. Imagine cheating on your wife with a trans chick. Like I can't imagine that. And you know this drama is getting serious when FaZe Banks gives his 2 cents on it. Dr. Disrespect. Abandon the persona entirely. Drop the act and ditch the costume. Fire up the stream and play dumb. Pretend like you have nothing to do with the Doc character and agree with the general consensus that he's a creep. Call yourself Mr. Respect. It's your only play, bro, on Jaw. That's kind of funny. Imagine I, Professor Teagues, get outed for something illegal, and then I come back, fully transparent, and I go by Dr. Taylor Swift. I don't know. But what if I double down and instead go all in on the controversy I was accused of and rename myself to Professor Freaky? Instead of recording commentary videos and talking about how much I hate stupid people, I'm going to suck toes and eat. And for my last Dr. Disrespect insight, here's a tweet from 2020 back when Dr. Disrespect was first banned from Twitch. Listen, kid, I don't have much time. Dr. Disrespect was banned because... And then someone replied with an edit of Jeffrey Epstein dressed as Dr. Disrespect, which was also from 2020. Now, this was all just a good, fun joke before people knew that he was talking saucy to a minor on the Twitch Whispers. But now we know it was completely true. Dr. Disrespect was talking saucy to a minor, so he's basically Jeffrey Epstein. He lives on Epstein Island practically. He has children that aren't his living in his basement, and he probably visits them every single night instead of with his wife. Dr. Disrespect is the new Jeffrey Epstein, and we are not going to watch his streams anymore. We are not going to respect him, and even if he rebrands himself to Dr. Respect, then we're not going to forgive him. He is not respectful in any way. Thank you, time traveler. We should have listened to you when we still had the chance. Now, let's make this all about me real quick, alright? So, Dr. Disrespect, when he was talking about what he's going to do from here on out on Twitter, a lot of YouTubers were quote tweeting it and commenting on the situation, denouncing him for his disgusting behavior, rightfully so, but in the moment, me personally, I was rather confused. Why is Jacksepticeye now getting involved in this? This has nothing to do with him. I don't know why he has to come out and say that pedophilia and hebophilia is bad, because we already know that stuff is bad. So why is Jacksepticeye getting involved? And so I decided to put out a tweet saying exactly that, as you can see right here. And it did numbers. I don't usually get tweets that get 4 likes, 3 retweets, and 3 comments. So let's peep the comments, shall we? Oh my gosh, it's Tech. I didn't even realize that was him. For brownie points, if you point out something obvious, you'll get responses from people bootlicking ya. Helps with engagement. I was trying to do an impression of Pimp from Smiling Friends. To be fair, I see people bitching all the time that these big content creators don't use their platforms. This is technically him using his platform. That's called publicly shaming people who deserve to be shamed for their poopy, in this case criminal, actions. We've been doing this since forever. And then here's a quote tweet. Just like you're quoting Jack's tweet with your opinion. Can he not do the same to Dr. Disrespect? Like, what the frick? Yeah, fair enough. Alright, enough of Dr. Disrespect. This is a Newsmin episode. For all of you that have been subbed longer than a few months, Newsmin is the show where we talk about multiple things because there's too much stuff going on the internet. The internet has peaked this month. In the entirety of the month of June, there has not been a single moment where there has been more stuff to talk about. Alright, so we're doing a Newsmin because there's just too much I want to talk about. Anyway, so next story we have up is Chris Tyson back on the radar again. About a year ago, when I first started this commentary arc on my channel, I did talk about Chris Tyson and how they're degenerate for leaving his son behind and wife and stuff and becoming a co-parent. It's just so cringe. If you talk to any child that is in a single mother household, you will be able to tell immediately they have a miserable life and there is no sugarcoating it. Actively making the decision to become a co-parent and becoming trans and becoming a woman figure in your son's life rather than a natural father figure, your son is going to become an infertile femboy when he's like 8, okay? And that's no cap. That's basically the main criticism over Chris making his transition decision and stuff, which causes Nick Merckx himself to comment on this a long time later, so here we are. You should be ashamed of yourself, leaving behind your wife and child to play pretend. One day you'll wake up and realize what you've done. Nick Merckx calls out Chris Tyson, and then Mr. Beast starts meat riding Chris as usual, like he did when he first transitioned. Ava, which is now Chris's new trans name, is literally always with her kid and doesn't even go on shoots to spend more time with him. Tuckman is always smiling, not sure why this rumor is a thing. And then Ava Chris Tyson comments as well, and this comment is now deleted for some reason. I wonder why. Anyway, they just want to villainize trans people when they realize and accept that I am in his life, arguably more than most parents are able to be. They say I'll ruin him, or far worse things. They don't actually care. They want to move the goalposts so that they can go, see, trans people are bad. Now that statement ignores a lot of other criticisms that have been thrown out there regarding Chris as a person. According to Chris, back when he first transitioned, if I remember correctly, the reason why he transitioned is because he feels different on the inside. He had a lot of LGBT friends throughout the 2010s that showed him the way. And so eventually he decided, you know what? I'm tired of being a masculine man with facial hair. I want to be a womanly woman with no facial hair. But that story is so basic, I feel like we're getting far from the real picture here. What are other reasons why he would transition? That he would make the conscious decision to, in theory, ruin his son's life? One theory that's going out there is that this is all a fetish thing. People transition because they're attracted to transvestite genitals. And I personally don't really see that much of a problem with this theory, because if he is no longer living in the same house as his wife, then who is he fricking on? It has to be with other femboys or transvestite women that are into that stuff. I love theorizing about people's private lives in the bedroom. Like, it is just my favorite thing to do. And I like making videos about it because I just like brainstorming. What do people do behind closed doors? How do they slang their pee-pee, and how do they open up their donut? I don't know. You know, another thing that's going around that people love talking about? The fact that Chris has these old tweets that are now deleted, I'm pretty sure, and there are a bunch of controversial jokes that he's made, and it's terrible. I would love to get into the specifics of it, but just know there was one thing in particular that he posted back in the day of an art piece that he had framed in his home from the artist Shadman. Now, this person is infamous for making animated CP. Okay, and so the fact that he is supporting a CP artist by purchasing a framed art piece that is of a child in panties and a tank top, that is mad sussy, and he has yet to make a statement on it and defend himself, or even, pretend that it never happened. Actually, that's exactly what he's doing. He's pretending that never happened. He's ignoring it. He's ignoring the fact that he's a freaky dink. The children are not safe. That is the conclusion. Chris Tyson, Ava, whatever the frick you want to be called, oh, you need to step down from Mr. Beast because you are not looking very good in your past and also in the present. This is just, it's over. You're too controversial at this point. Even if you did nothing wrong, it's over. Okay? Anyway, now for our final thing in the news, there is this new show on X, apparently, called The New Norm, which is an anti-woke cartoon streaming exclusively on X, the home of free speech. Thank you, Elon Musk.
What's that?
Progress. It's the new norm.
The new norm ain't the same as the old norm.
Where's my room?
That's
You're
staying here?
Chaz is part of a new government program.
To re-educate homophobic, transphobic, racist...
Charlie, finally, someone normal.
I don't understand. You're black.
Did that just black whisper?
I'm allergic to dogs.
It's okay. Billy is an emotional support dog and non-binary.
Oh, okay then. Good dog.
Oh, my boy, or whatever it calls themselves now, is thinking about transitioning.
Reggie?
Try Regina.
I can't drink. I'm not 21.
Y'all influenced my boy to cut off his junk, but draw the line at beer?
Can't do this.
Yes, we can.
Find a way to break him. Maybe we can fix the country.
Now, I watch Mr. Bertram on Daily Wire Plus, and I could only get past the first 2 episodes. You see, it's pretty decent, but only on a first watch. There's no way I can watch it a second time, which is exactly what I did to show my boy Owen, and he's like, oh, bro, it's okay, I guess, but it's just not really that funny. And I'm like, yeah, I totally agree. You see, the whole point of these political cartoons is to spread a political message. The difference between that and South Park, Family Guy, and Simpsons, I guess, is the fact that they have episodes that are totally normal, as well as a sprinkle of some politics, because why not? But for the most part, it's satire, okay? They're not trying to spread that much of a message, just kind of pointing out that the whole debate is stupid. Only when it's convenient, anyways. Mr. Bertram and The New Norm is just taking that to the extreme, making satire while also specifically trying to push an agenda, which I don't really have a problem with. Okay, these are things I agree with. I think pronouns are stupid. I think chopping off your pee-pee as soon as you're 18 is stupid. Now, let me read my tweet word for word here. Just because people that are just as transphobic as Professor Teagues agree with everything the show might stand for, that doesn't automatically make the show, quote-unquote, the South Park of X. Pushing an agenda to wake people up is one thing, but claiming to be funny is simply cringe. Ha ha ha, so funny, we're dunking on the wokies. Yeah, well, why don't you get some better writers, and then maybe you'll be funny, while also dunking on wokies. It's almost like these people don't have an outlet to dunk on wokies, and also don't have an outlet to entertain boomers that don't like the woke society. You have those things. You have political commentators. You have satirical comedians. And now we're trying to make cartoons, but the thing is with conservatives making cartoons, conservatives suck at making cartoons. Liberals, they do it so much better. That's why Steven Universe is so great, and The Owl House, and other things. We need more liberals making cartoons, and we need the conservatives to be comedians, I guess. Because if you just pull out the same exact joke over and over, oh, my kid is non-binary now, and their name is Ash, or whatever the frick they want to be called, when is it going to get old? It is current year, it is 2024 to be exact, and we are still dunking on the trans thing. Can we please move on? Can we talk about DEI? Can we talk about bloody immigrants and stuff? Like, we're just hyper fixated on the trans thing. It's kind of a losing battle at this point. And I know I made a video about a trans person a few weeks ago, and then I made a podcast episode addressing the fact that I'm not transphobic. But still, don't be like me, and especially don't be like the new Norm and Mr. Bircham. Maybe if we block out the woke, maybe we'll all forget about it, and then trans people will just not be real anymore. Maybe they'll go away if we close our eyes. Imagine cheating on your wife with a trans porn star in 2017 and then coming out in 2024 saying that transness is stupid, stay away from the kids. Like, that's crazy. And then getting outed for grooming a minor back in 2017 as well. That's crazy. All right, I guess that concludes it for today's Newsmin. It has been a while since I made a Newsmin episode because these episodes take a lot of effort and stuff, and I am lazy, okay? Sub to the second channel, follow the Rumble, Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok, and join the Discord server. Follow all the social media. Bye-bye.